20 something and surviving with Sophia, honestly. No, but seriously, honestly. No, guys, I'm being for real, 100% honest. Hi guys, welcome back to 20 something and surviving. I am so sorry. It's been a very, very hot minute since I've been on here. Yeah, lots of crazy stuff's going on. Just busy with life. But I'm going to try and be more consistent. I love doing this, so I'm trying to do that as well. I've just realized I've left my little mic thing here, so just ignore that. And I've got my laptop here today because I'm just going to be reading my notes and going off that. I've only just got back from uni about an hour ago. I have to leave at like 6 a.m. now for 2 days just to get to a 9 o'clock class. So I need my notes because my brain's a little bit not there. Okay, so today I want to talk about how this is like something that I'm trying to implement into my mind and my life a bit more, but something that I also really believe at deep in my core. I'm just trying to practice it more. It's so simple, and some people might be watching this going, well, duh, like, who cares? But like, you know, sometimes it's hard, especially living on the Gold Coast where everything's a bit showy and it's all about looking your best and being the best and posting the best things ever, which I don't think is even quite relevant sometimes. I don't think it's healthy the way that we view each other, especially, I'm just speaking like on the Gold Coast base, but it's cool to care. I know it sounds so simple, but it's true. Like, when people, I hate one of my biggest like pet peeves is when people think it's cool to not care about something. Like, say somebody says, oh, I don't know what this is, and someone will go, oh, I don't know, even though they do know, but they think it's cool because they don't know, you know? I don't know if that makes sense, but like, it's cool to care about something. It's cool to be passionate about something that you're passionate about, whether other people think it's cool or not. I think it's cool to be so passionate about something because then you're being yourself and you're being true to yourself. And I think that's the coolest thing that you can do. Like, you look at so many people posting online and doing all these amazing things, and we don't give like any second thought, but deep down, I'm sure that sometimes they're thinking like, oh my God, like, I don't want people to judge me and everything. But it's cool to care. So that's what I want to be discussing today. As I said, I'm someone who, I really believe this, that it's cool to care. I absolutely believe that. I think people that are so passionate about a topic or something that they've seen online, or like animals or movies or anything, I think it's so cool that they care so much. I think it's not only brave, because people do judge. Unfortunately, no matter how old you are, people are going to judge you no matter what. But I just think it's so cool when people are like truly themselves, because I think as someone who has struggled finding themselves and is still struggling to, you know, chip away and find who I truly am, I think it's so amazing seeing people accept themselves completely and show it to the world, if that makes sense. So starting this podcast is probably one of the first things as an adult that I've done because I think it's cool. Not because everybody else thinks it's cool, but something that I think is really cool. And when people ask me or make comments, or nothing rude ever, but like saying like, oh, how's your podcast going? I get embarrassed really easily because I think, oh, like, they probably think it's so dorky that I'm doing my own podcast that's probably not even going anywhere. Or I'm just trying to be like everybody else who has their own podcast or whatever. And I get embarrassed and I feel like so awkward and uncomfortable. And I started to tell myself, like, they know you have a podcast, so why are you trying to hide that you have one? They know you have one. Like, fucking own it. And so now when people say, like, how's your podcast going? I mean, it hasn't been going, so I just turn around and go like, oh, it's good. I haven't really done much, but I'm going to try and film. Like, just fucking own it. And I think that applies to anybody who is starting something that they want to do. And if people ask you about it, it's okay to feel a little bit embarrassed because you're being vulnerable and you're being pointed out for being vulnerable. And you know what? You can't hide from the fact that, like, people know about it, or you can't hide from the fact that it's out there and happening. So just fucking own it. And that applies with if you're trying a new sport, if you're learning to cook, if you're posting stuff online that you wouldn't normally post, fucking own it. Who cares? It's cool to care about something. Like, I do this podcast, and if anyone has ever made like a little comment to me, I go, yeah, I am. Because it puts it back onto them, being like, why do you care so much? In like when they're being negative, obviously. When they're being positive and caring, or just like genuinely curious, I'm always going to be like, yeah, thank you so much, and blah, 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 blah. But if someone's like negative or rude about it, I will turn around and fucking own it, and I'll make sure that they know that I fucking own it. Because if that's something that's going to make me happy, it's something that I care about, then that's cool. And if you're going to put me down for caring about something, then you're just a fucking loser. If you care about something that someone's doing, you are a fucking loser for putting someone down because they're passionate about something that they care about and you think it's uncool. Maybe it's not the coolest topic. Maybe someone's really into rocks, or, which is still cool. Like, there's like obviously some things that I would think and look at going like, oh, like, that's really not my cup of tea. But I have to stop and be like, but you know what? They know all about this stuff. They're really interested. Hey, hell, what the hell? Why not? Like, that's pretty cool that you're so passionate about and that you know all this stuff and you're educated, or maybe you're just really interested. Like, cool, okay. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect me at all. It makes you happy. Hell yeah. Fucking scream from the rooftops about it. Like, pop off. That's so cool that you're so passionate about something. And if you're the opposite, being like, oh, like you have a podcast? Yes, I fucking do. So what? I'm doing something that makes me happy. Like, at least I'm doing something that's bringing me happiness and bringing joy to my life. And you're not doing anything. Sorry, it literally stopped filming after 10 minutes and I've filmed almost an hour. So if you see me jumping around, that's why. What was I saying in that where it cut off? I want to look back on my life and know that I did whatever the fuck I want and I did what made me happy. And before anybody says it's not that deep, but like, it is, isn't it? If I don't do what I want in my life because I'm scared of people judging me or thinking something's uncool, and I get to the end of my life and look back and think, I really spent my whole life not doing stuff I cared about because I thought it was uncool, or because I was scared of people judging me. That's sad. It is that deep. It's cool to care about whatever makes you happy is cool. Don't you want to look back on your life and think, I'm so glad I was brave enough to do it? Like, imagine looking back and going, I cannot believe I just wasn't brave enough to just do whatever the fuck I wanted. Because at the end of the day, nobody really cares what the fuck you do. And if people are going to care, then give them something worth caring about. If people are going to judge you, which they might do for a split second, but they don't actually care, let them judge you. Give them something worth judging, which is why I'm doing a podcast. At least they're going to judge me for something that I'm actually doing with my life. Like, give them something that's worth judging and caring about. I was scrolling through Instagram before I created this, and I saw someone I went to school with who posted a video of them singing, and I watched it, and then I scrolled past. I didn't even give it a second thought. And then it hit me, and I was like, oh my God, nobody cares. People don't care. Like, how brave of that person to post a video of them singing. They're a good singer. They should post more stuff of them singing. But like, I realized, oh my God, I don't care that they posted a video of them singing. Like, in the way that is negative. I cared because I thought, oh my God, they're a really cool singer. Anyway, scrolled. And I was like, oh my gosh, maybe it's not that hard to just do whatever I want. It's not that scary. Like, it can be scary, but like, it's worth it. So then I started a podcast. It was more complex than that, obviously. But that's just an example of like a moment in life, because social media is hard. It's really hard because that's the whole point. It's to look and judge and care and see what other people are doing in life, and that's how we connect with each other. That's how we see what people are doing with their lives and people around them and everything. But in stuff like that, no one really cares if you post a video of you singing or something, posting art that you've made. No one really cares, like, at all. It's cool to care about what you want to do. Like, I know I'm going to harp on about this, but it's cool. If you want to do something that you think is fun, good for you. That's cool. That's cool that you found something that makes you happy. I think that's one of the coolest things that you could probably do. Like, why as adults are we judging other people? Like, are we in school still? Like, we're not in that controlled environment where there's nothing else to do or talk about because you've been with each other for 13 years and the only thing that you can talk about is each other. We're adults now. Grow up. If someone wants to do something that makes them happy, then let them do it. Why do you even care in the first place? Why do you care if somebody posts their artwork that they've made or a video edit that they've done, or I don't know, is wanting to become a doctor, or I don't know what it's called, but like a rock researcher, scientist. Like, why do you care? Like, I don't understand. Why do you care? Why are you judging? They're happy. Let them be happy in peace. Like, no one's harping on you for doing whatever the fuck you're doing. Like, nobody cares what you're doing. So stop judging other people. Like, if I want to create a silly little podcast, like, sit in my room alone like I am right now, look at my phone, video myself, speak to myself, and then put it on social media and post it, then I can. Let me do it. Like, it makes me happy. And I think that's pretty cool. Like, it's cool that I'm happy about something I'm passionate about. Why does it affect you? Why does it bother you so much? Does it bother you because you haven't found something that makes you happy? Maybe that's something to reflect about. I don't know. But I think it's pretty fucking cool to care about whatever you're doing. So, enough. Enough is enough. We're always admiring people on social media, like musicians, actors, influencer, sports player, someone famous who has thousands and thousands of followers. Because guess what? We care about what they're doing. And the only reason that they're doing it is because they care about what they're doing. So we think it's cool. So why can't we do that for ourselves? Why can't we switch the narrative and we become those people? I'm going to do this because it's cool. I care about this and I think it's cool. So other people are going to care because I care. Like, why is it only people that have thousands of followers that we all suddenly jump on the train going, oh, everybody else likes that. Yeah, I'm going to like that as well. Yeah, that's cool that they're doing that. But when it's someone that doesn't have a following like that, it's uncool. Make it make sense. Like, thinking, if you think that someone is lame or cringe, which, you know, some people are cringe and that's okay. They're happy. Like, we can, let them go, it's fine. But if you think someone's lame or embarrassing for doing something that they care about, then you're a fucking loser. Sorry, but like, you are a fucking loser. Get a life. If you're going to spend your time judging people for doing something that they're passionate about, you are a loser and you need to get a life. And you know what? At least they're happy with themselves, because it doesn't seem like you are. Sorry, V. If you know, you know. But like, if you are so unhappy because somebody else is happy, then sweetheart, let's take a step back. Let's reassess, reevaluate, and see what the actual problem is here. Because it's not someone doing something that they care about. And if that's really affecting you to a deep level where you feel like you have to say something or you have to judge them because something that makes them happy as an adult, even if you're a teenager caring about what somebody else is doing because they think it's happy, oh my gosh, shut up. You don't need to say anything. Keep it to yourself. Like, they are going to be so much happier in the long run than you are if you're spending so much time worrying about what they're doing and thinking what they're doing isn't cool. It's cool because they care about it. If they're doing something that they care about, that is cool. I promise you, they are going to be so much happier in the long run, and probably are happier than you right now. Even if you think that you're happy because you're popular, because you don't dance because dancing isn't cool. Playing sports is cool. Why can't both of them be cool? Why does everything have to be a competition? Why does someone have to be better than the other person because of an activity they do or an interest they have? Like, if you're in high school, trust me, those people that are doing stuff that they truly love and you're judging them for it, or maybe you're only doing something because you're scared of being judged, the people doing stuff that they actually care about not only are going to be happier in the long run, but they're going to be cooler adults. I promise you that. When I went to school, everybody did dance. In primary school, everybody did dance. And then going into high school, everyone still did dance but started to fizzle out. And I still did dance to the very end. And drama. And some people might say drama is not that cool. I think it's pretty cool because I care about it and I was good at it. So same with dance. And I kept doing it because it was something I cared about. And I didn't feel uncool for doing dance. Maybe I felt a little bit uncool for doing drama because people made me feel that way. But like, I was doing stuff that I loved. I went home knowing that I had a good day at school. And that helped me get through my schooling years because I was passionate about things. And if you haven't found your passion either, that is okay. If you're in your 20s and you haven't found your passion, now is the perfect time to look for it, to do stuff because you care about finding a passion, and that's cool. Even if you suck at something, even if you're so bad at something, you care, and that's the cool thing. We look at influencers doing, come with me to try ballroom dancing for the first time, and we like it because we go, oh my god, that's so cool that they like just tried that. How is that any different from you trying that or me trying that? They just posted it and they have a following. That's the only difference. Like, it doesn't make it any less cool if you try it. Like, I don't understand why people like think it's uncool to care about something. I really don't. I don't think I'll ever understand that. Like, I don't know. I mean, I think I could rant about this all day. But like, at the end of the day, we live on a rock. We live on a floating rock in the middle of nowhere. A friend told me that a few years ago when I was worrying about what people might think about me for, I don't even remember now, like, because it clearly didn't matter. It was clearly a waste of my time, like, worrying about what other people cared or thought if I did something that I cared about. Like, and then she said, dude, we're living on a rock floating in the middle of space, in the middle of nowhere, pretty much. Like, literally nothing matters. So do whatever you want. Nothing matters. Do what you want. If you want to become a fashion designer, or you want to start sewing your own clothes and sell them and put them somewhere, you do it. If you want to learn a new sport, an instrument, if you want to learn something, if you want to, I don't know, collect rocks. This rock thing is going to keep coming up, I think. If you want to collect rocks or learn about rocks, learn about it. Learn about grass. Learn about, I don't know, you want to become a plumber. Like, do it all. Why not? It's cool that you care. Like, we always idolize these people for posting and being so brave, and because they've got this huge following. So immediately we think, oh, that's so cool. But if somebody that you know from your small town or someone you went to school with does it, it's like, oh, they're trying too hard. It's like, how do you think these other people got in their position in the first place? Because they cared and they thought it was cool, so they put themselves out there and they did it and they did it and they did it. It's the same for this person trying to do it. It's the same for me trying to do this podcast. I would love this podcast to turn into a job one day. Oh my God, that would be a dream. It's not like I don't expect it to, but like that's where I would like it to go. And that's cool because I'm putting my energy and my soul and my heart into something that I care about. That is so cool that I'm putting myself out there doing it. And if you're judging someone for doing that, then I genuinely think you need to stop and have some self-reflection, which is always really fantastic to do. So I really recommend doing that. Okay. And it's like being embarrassed is inevitable. Up on that topic, being embarrassed is inevitable. Like, embarrassment isn't actually real. There was a time that my friend fell up the stairs at school, Stephanie, if you're listening, and me and my other friend Kayla to this day still laugh about it, because that's the type of friends we are. We laugh at each other. And she got embarrassed by that, probably. That's normal to be embarrassed about. Being embarrassed about doing something that you care about, or if someone asks you about something that you care about and feeling embarrassed about that, that's not real. That's in here. That's not going on outside. That's going on in here. You're stuck with yourself no matter what. So it's time to get used to it, that this is the person that you're stuck with. If you want to get embarrassed about little things, okay, be embarrassed. But you're the only person that can put that on you. No one else can make you feel embarrassed. They can try and put you down. But at the end of the day, you're the person to either accept it or decline it and bounce it back off to them. So, well, I hope you guys have enjoyed. I'm sorry if it's a little bit over the place. As I said, the recording stopped. I wouldn't be surprised if it stopped again because I have no storage on my phone. High and low. Low, I'm incredibly exhausted. I was in Sydney over the weekend. Came back yesterday afternoon and I had to get up at 5:20 this morning to leave at 6 to drive up to Brisbane for uni for a 3-hour class, come back, and I'm exhausted. My weeks are very limited to time off, even though Gab will tell you otherwise. He just doesn't understand. He doesn't get it. So that's my low. My high, I got to see my family over the weekend, which was really nice. And then coming back to Gab was a high because it means I got to see him. Anytime I get to see him is a high in my life, which I know is very cheesy and very gross. Ugh. But I love that boy. What can I say? I'm going to try and get back into being more consistent in posting just stuff in general and filming stuff and recording stuff, because this is what makes me happy. And it's cool that I do this because it's cool that I care. Leave any comments below about whether you liked this, anything else you want to hear, because this is 20-something and surviving and I need tips on how to survive. If you need a tip on how to survive, we can try and get through it together and I will talk it out and you can listen. And if you agree with me, great. If you don't agree with me, message me privately, please. But I really hope you enjoyed. I'm loving this new setup, I think. Whether Gab likes it or not, I think this is going to be my new filming spot. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this episode of 20-something and surviving. I will see you guys next time. Bye.